Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be back. I've been taking a little bit of time off for my nose to heal and just to get everything ready to kick things into high gear. There's a lot of changes happening.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see. You are so inquisitive, my darling.
But today we are going to take a look at the new Colourpop Times X. So I actually got this in the mail a few days ago, and I've just been kind of sitting on it and waiting to play with it. I've just been really busy doing a ton of things and just being, doing life. And so finally I have the chance to sit down and play with it and let you all know what I think about it. I'll try to do some sort of unique eye look for it. I have actually seen a few reviews. Now normally I don't watch reviews of material that I'm gonna review, and it's because I kind of want to keep that impartial attitude. I want to come into it without any prior expectations, but I've just been so curious about this collection because there was so much buzz about it on social media. It sold out in like minutes. So I really wanted to see how everyone really felt about this collection, and I've seen a lot of mixed reviews. Some have been really, really good, and then some have been like, don't like it, hate it. So I'm interested to see how I feel about it. Let's talk about it. Let's do an eye look. Let's talk about how I need a haircut. Are you ready? Hold on to your brushes. It's makeup time. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this collection. This whole collection retails for $89. There's a ton of items that come in this collection. Let's go ahead and take a look at them. You have some lippies here. You've got an ultra blotted lip and an ultra glossy lip. So I'm interested to see what those are. You've got your glitterly obsessed pots, which are like your standard Colourpop pots. You've got your blushes, which I'm super excited about because I saw them and I love blush, and these are really cute. And they've got Luna on the front, so that's cool. I'm excited. All the packaging is like so cute, so phenomenal. We'll go through it all. And then of course, the main item, which is the Sailor Moon Pretty Guardian Pressed Powder Palette. Now this has been the sort of contention on, at least on Twitter, on a lot of social media. A lot of people did not like the color story. A lot of people have not been interested. And then a lot of other people are like, oh my god, it's so pretty. And then some people are like, I'm only getting it for the packaging. So there's been a lot of buzz. Whether you love it or you hate it, you can't deny it's created or generated a lot of talk. Let's do a look with the palette and then we'll move on to everything else. So let's take a look at the palette. This is the Pretty Guardian palette. There you go. So if you go over, she closes and opens her mouth. I love Sailor Moon. I loved Sailor Moon growing up. I was, your typical gay boy.
She's so cool. I would just want to transform and be like...
I definitely wanted to be one of the Sailor Scouts, So when I saw this collection, I was super hyped up, super excited about it. This color story, in pictures, it looks really subdued. In real life, this is very bright lighting, so you're not necessarily going to see it in the best light, but it is very pigmented in real life. I am a little concerned that some of them may be a little light for people of darker complexions, so there is that. You kind of got some cool tones, and then of course you've got your shimmers here. There you can see them a little better, and then you've got your colors here. So I liked the color story. I don't feel like it's a bad color story. I feel like it's good for every day or for somebody who's just getting into makeup. Not every palette.
What I'm about to say could hurt some people, but I don't give a shit.
Needs to be a rainbow palette.
There, I said it! I said it! I regret nothing!
Let's just put it like that. We've gotten to this habit of, if it doesn't have 16 different colors and 16 different shades, we don't want it. We don't want anything unless it's got a blue, a yellow, a green, a red. It's like, okay girl, not everything can be a rainbow palette. There's some palettes that have to be a little different. And I really feel like this palette is a good mix of Western and Eastern culture together. You get a lot of those colors that you see in Eastern culture, and then there's a nice kind of transition into some of these other colors. So I'm not mad about the color story. Do I feel like it could use one or two more pops of color? Sure, but I don't hate it. Let me show you swatches and then we will go into a look. So right here is I kind of separated it into like your neutral colors. So you've got your neutral colors. These are like an orangey faint color. Hopefully you can see them here. You've also got some pinks These three are matte shades and the rest are shimmers. You've got a glitter shade here. So these are kind of just your standard everyday play around. And then you have your pops of color here. So you've got a bright red, a bright purple, then you've got kind of like a darker red purple color, then you have a purple shimmer. So there's a lot of pops of color there. And then in addition, there's your neutral. So there's the whole palette together. You can see, I mean, it's not super vibrant. These colors I feel like are super vibrant. These ones are not, but like I said, I don't feel like it's for somebody who's looking for like a Norvina palette or looking for something super vibrant, someone who's looking for a lot of colors to play with. We have those palettes. If you don't have those palettes, I have plenty of reviews on those palettes. So this one, like I said, I'm not mad about it. I do wish, right? So I do wish there was like a blue maybe in there just to have maybe one more color to play with. I know that like makes it a rainbow palette. It does. I just wish there was maybe, or even a different color to kind of play around with, because I feel like there's only a certain number of looks that you can do with something like this, but I digress. If there was one more color, or maybe replace one of these closer colors, like maybe replace one of these colors with some other, maybe a blue color, I would appreciate that. But you know, hey, I'm not running Colourpop. I'm not the boss. I honestly feel like this would be a great series to start off with Sailor Moon, the Pretty Guardian, and then move on and do all the different Sailor Scouts and do different color stories for each of them.
Genius. Let's do this.
You can write me my check. I feel like that would be a really good idea. This is a good start, I feel like, to a collection for Sailor Moon. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the yellow shade, and I'm going to put that all on my lid here. Today, I don't really know where this is going, but we'll see where it's going. I'm gonna put this yellow all in my crease. And these colors are super pigmented. I really like Colourpop's formula. I feel like they don't really have a problem. For the price, you can't really beat it. I don't really ever have a problem blending out their pigments, spreading out their shades. So this yellow that I'm putting down is called Justice. And like I said, I'm just putting this into the crease. Okay, now I'm gonna go into Twilight Flash, which is this color right here. And I'm going to go right underneath and just kind of add a little bit of orangey to the look before we hit some of this color here. Okay, now I'm going to take Tuxedo Rose in the outer corner, and I'm just going to blend that all in that outer corner.
He is Tuxedo Mask, I don't believe it.
And I'm taking a little bit of Love and putting that as well, and just blending all of this together. Okay, now I'm gonna take Silver Crystal, which is a shimmer shade, and I'm just gonna place this all on the inner corner and go up onto my lid. And that has a lot of fallout. Oh my God.
One day you're here.
You might want to put a primer down when you're using this, just because there seems to be quite a bit of fallout with this. I'm going to just go in with my finger, and that's going to work better for me. Now to deepen up this outer corner here, I'm going to go into Miracle Romance and just place this in this outer V, just because I feel like it needs a little more depth. And then I'm going to take that on the lower lash line as well. Oh my God, y'all, the fallout is real. Oh my God. Oh Jesus, that is looking rough.
No, I can't do this. I can't. I'm so done.
Wow. Okay, well, but we're gonna work with it. So like I said, there's a lot of fallout, which I'm not a fan of. I'm not really happy about. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one of these blushes here. We're gonna try to cover up that fallout by doing a little draped blush moment. So let me show you the blushes. So the first one is From the Moon. It's a very vibrant pink blush. And then here we have a shimmer blush, which is a little more subdued here, but it is a little bit sparklier, if you will. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a blush brush and I'm gonna go into this pinky blush here, and I'm just going to drape this blush all on my face. If you've never seen a draped blush moment, here you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is how I'm gonna deal with this fallout. You're just gonna blend your blush into your eyeshadow. You're gonna come up into your temples as well, just where you would normally put blush, and then you just kind of tap it into that outer corner, just to kind of blend everything together. And then what I'm also gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit and put it right on my nose, just to add that color there as well. I'm gonna go back into this purple color and on the lower lash line, and again, I'm just blending this all together, just to kind of create a unified moment. And we ain't worried about fallout no more, ladies and gentlemen, because
She's got a point. She's an icon. Now come on now.
we done covered it all. Man, I hate fallout. It's not cute. And I mean, I get that it's part of packing eyeshadow, but I have a lot of eyeshadows that don't do that. and that I can pack without having that issue. So I have a problem with saying, oh, it's just a normal part of eyeshadow when I can use other eyeshadow and it doesn't do that. Okay, let me go ahead and do the other eye really quickly, and then we will throw on lashes and we'll keep going, okay? Hold on, don't go anywhere. Okay, y'all, we're back. I mean, she's cute. I like the look. I feel like I didn't like the palette. I feel like there's so much fallout. If you were to look down at my shirt right now, it's everywhere. And I understand that that happens. Like, I don't want to clarify, but I don't normally get fallout. That's not normally. I'm always tapping. I'm always making sure. I'm always very careful. So, not happy about that. The other thing I didn't really like about the palette is all the colors kind of just blend together. There's no distinct color difference between the pinks and the purples, and so they kind of just all kind of mesh together, which if you're trying to just throw on a simple eye look, something quick, it's great, but if you're trying to build and create dimension, especially if you have your hooded lids, that is probably not the best thing to do. Let's talk about these glitters. So let's move aside from the palette. Cute packaging. Cute packaging. Then you have, of course, the blushes, which I showed you. I did like the blush. It's super pink. I wouldn't necessarily go this pink. I also wouldn't necessarily go this heavy, but we're trying to cover some errors in, you know, product or application. You decide. Let's talk about the glitters. These are the Glitterly Obsessed. Glitters are not for the faint of heart. We know that not everyone wears glitters. I don't normally wear glitters. But there are two different glitters that do come with this collection. Let me show them to you. So I don't know if you can really even see them here, but these are like little stars and moons. And then this one here is like just little hexagons. So if you were to see it, like that one there is like your stars. Go away, face! This is like stars and moons there. And then the other one is just kind of like shit. So, you know, we can put a little bit of this on. It comes in like a paste, so you know it just kind of like stick, and this could, you know, ruin everything and ruin the whole look, but I'm just using my fingers. The one thing with glitters, when you put glitters on your eyes, you don't want to rub, you just want to place. Because when you rub, you're going to irritate things, you're going to scratch things. You don't want to scratch your eyelids. That's a bad idea. I'm monetized now, I can't do that.
You wouldn't let anybody speak, and instead...
Okay, I mean, she's not bad. I like the little stars and moons. They're cute. They're cute for like a look, right? To do something a little witchy, maybe? You know, I love a witchy vibe. I don't know. So that, I mean, they're cute. Like I said, not everyone is into glitters. Not everyone likes glitters. Not everyone likes using glitters. When you do put on glitters, you place. Don't, make sure you're not rubbing. Please don't rub or blend over glitters. Just don't do it. It's not gonna end well. Okay, I'm not mad about it. It's cute. It gave it a little extra oomph. Now let's go back into the palette, okay? Before we go on to the lips, I'm gonna go back into the palette. I'm gonna go into Silver Millennium, which is like this gold shade, and I'm just going to highlight using this shade. It's kind of like a glittery shade, and I'm just gonna really very lightly highlight everything. And this is kind of wet, so I can even kind of just tap it. Okay, so the last thing that comes with this collection is two different lip bundles. These look literally the same, other than, I mean, maybe one is a shade darker. It's not a significant enough difference for me. And that, I think that's the main takeaway from all of this, is there's not enough of a significant range of anything.
She doesn't have the rent. Tomorrow, never die. Hi!
All the colors are very similar. Everything's like, these two lip bundles are almost identical with like the most minuscule of difference. Which is fine if that's kind of the aesthetic you're going for, but I mean, it's just kind of disappointing from a consumer standpoint when you want to collect things in like a collection like this, where it's like, you were a huge fan of Sailor Moon and you want to collect everything, and then you get everything, you're like, everything's literally the same. I could have just gotten one of something and been good. I don't know. It's just kind of disappointing, I guess. And this is no shade of Colourpop. I love Colourpop. You know, I use their products literally on a daily basis. This is not shade to them, but this is a big kind of like fail for me. Let me go ahead and put some of this lippy on. I don't know. Let me put this lip on and then we'll see. Okay, this lip, I can tell you exactly what formula it is. This is the powder formula that Kylie uses in her powder finish. Not Kylie's traditional lippies, not her like lip kits, but she has a powder finish lip. This is the exact formula, I can tell you. Putting it on, feeling it on my face, it feels exactly like that. It's a powder finish, it's very drying. So if you don't like that, don't get this. As far as the lip gloss goes, you know I hate this kind of applicator. I'm not trying to be negative, guys. I'm really not. This applicator is so messy. The lip is pretty, don't get me wrong. I like the gloss. I hate the applicator. Like I said, if you don't like that powder finish on a liquid lip, which a lot of people don't get this. It's not, that's exactly what it is. If you have the Kylie one, it's like as soon as I put it on my lips, I was like, this feels the exact same. And this is the final look, guys. We are done. It's good to go. I really like the way it turned out. I'm not, gonna complain about that. It worked out. It was touch and go there for a minute. I was worried.
Fine. I'm okay with the events that are unfolding currently.
That I was gonna have to just take it all off and start over. But I'm happy with the way that it looks. I'm happy with the way that it turned out. As far as the collection goes, I don't want to beat a dead horse. I didn't like it. I don't like the way that the colors blended together. Even though they were fine, I didn't like the fallout. I didn't like the pigmentation. I don't really like the glitters. Unless you're like a really big Sailor Moon stan and you love Sailor Moon, I think this is kind of a pass on the palette. The blushes are cute. I did like the blushes. They come in this little cute packaging with Luna there. I really did like the blushes. I don't know if I'd wear them all the time, but I definitely wear them for like a Drake blush moment like this. I do that a lot. The lips.
And I don't like any of you.
No, I don't like the lips. I don't like that powder finish. The glosses, I don't like the applicator. The glitterly obsessed, if you like glitter, if you play a lot with glitter, I'm not somebody that plays a lot with glitter. So if you do like glitter, you like fun shapes and fun whatever, just understand that it is like a glitter glue almost. It comes in like a paste, so it's gonna slide around a little bit. So if you really want to just put a glitter primer down, so that, especially if you have hooded lids like yours truly, you might want to put down kind of a glitter primer to stick everything in place because it is going to slide around a little bit. All in all, the collection, if you love Sailor Moon and you want something to have as your collection, like with the Urban Decay Game of Thrones collection, which was not smart, that was also a collector's item. I feel like this is a collector's item as well. If Colourpop is going to make more of them, I suggest they tweak some things, make the color stories a little better. The fallout is an issue. We gotta fix that. I don't know if it's a different formula. I've never really had that trouble with Colourpop's shades. So yeah. So yeah, this is the final look. I really hope you enjoyed it. I have got some really great tutorials coming for you in the next few weeks. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you get this collection, let me know what you think about it. If you could do something with it, if you use it for a look, tag me, let me see. I want to see what you could do with it. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one.